Yeah, this is a podcast of Nathan, Nat and Sean.
Let's go!
Something we just learned about Sean McManus.
He's a massive Christmas freak.
He
that could have gone anywhere then.
really cares about his Christmas tree.
I actually do love Christmas. I do care about Christmas. I do. I think it's a great opportunity for everyone to get together.
Do the Griswold up the house with all the lights and stuff?
We've got a number of lights now. I can't do anything,
that-
obviously.
that-
But I can make a speech for Christmas because I like to tell everyone how much I love
Sean
them and miss
climbing
them.
on a roof with a hammer. Are you serious? If one of his neighbours did it for him, that's the only way that would happen. But Sean demanded a new Christmas tree this year because he did not like the old one.
Wasn't happy with it.
We thought that we would go on a search all around Perth for massive male Christmas freaks.
Hello, Matt.
Morning, guys. How are you?
Matt,
Hey, Matt.
Are you a Christmas tragic?
Yes, I am.
Okay. All right. Well, I like how honest you are about it. Talk us through what's your deal.
So we have I've got one of those serious FOMOs where the kids can't do the Christmas tree.
Yes, because they mess
so
it up.
we have a tree that's dedicated for them, and that goes in the back room.
Yep.
But we've got 3 other trees that go into our Christmas room. We've got a little Christmas room, which we do as a white wonderland.
Oh, Matt.
You have a room dedicated. What's that room the rest of the year?
It's the junk room.
So, Matt, talk to me about what's your favourite themed tree?
It's a bit like Sean. We've got the white, snowy-looking Christmas
Yes.
trees.
That's your favourite?
Because I've got 3 that bunch together, and they all with different baubles. One's themed with a blue one, a silver, and a gold one.
Yeah.
And they all bunch together in the corner. And then on the other side, I've got a Santa chair, which like it's done like a nice big Santa chair. Yeah.
Does Mrs. Santa Claus come and sit on Santa's lap there? Is that what that's set up for, Matt?
There is a nap where you can do that. Yes.
Yeah. Unfortunately, she will not put her hands on his sack.
Well,
Matt,
just
is it up,
Christmas morning,
ready to
though.
go now? Are you set up already?
It's almost complete. Yeah.
All right, so out of you and your partner, this is mostly driven by you.
Yes, it is.
That's
Oh,
great,
Matt,
Matt.
It's amazing,
I
isn't it?
love
I'm
this.
celebrating.
I love
Ready.
how you basically have a Christmas forest, not a Christmas tree.
Brilliant.
That's great.
This is
All the
great. And
way.
what a magical memories for your kid as well growing
Yeah,
up. That's
yeah.
fantastic.
Thanks,
Let's go
Matty.
to Joel in Baldivis. Hi, Joel.
Hey, how you going?
Good, Joel.
Right, Joel.
Firstly, ho, ho, ho. 'Tis the season, Joel. Talk to us.
Yeah, it is the season to be jolly.
Yep.
So yeah, I put lights up out the front of my house, and my partner, I call her the Grinch.
Yeah.
It was funny when we went shopping with the 2 boys the other week. There was pajamas at I can't remember what shop it's called, but anyway, they had the Grinch on them, and I was like, Caleb, look. He goes, oh, there's Mummy.
You sold her perfectly.
You're way more into it than she is, clearly.
Yeah. So I had put like icicle lights up around the gutter. And then I put one set of lights up on the roof, and she come out, and she's like, "Oh, now that looks classy." And I've got and then I still had like a whole massive couple of tubs full of lights to go up.
It reminds me of Griswold's, remember?
yeah,
That's
that's
on
right.
vacation.
And he's stapling
And then
that thing on.
I've got one of the big blow-up bronchies because our boy Caleb, he loves dinosaurs, and as soon as he seen it, he wanted it. She wasn't having it in the front yard, but I brought it when she wasn't looking.
Hey, Joel, are you always on the lookout for new things to put up in your
Yeah,
yard
definitely.
and stuff?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, my best mate Johnny, they got the most amazing thing. They've got a projector that they shoot.
Yeah.
So they've got sort of like a frosted glass. So they've got it set up inside, and then they shoot Santa on the front door, and then Santa's actually walking around going shh and walking past, and literally it looks like Santa Claus is really at their front door. It's unbelievable.
cool.
You got that, Joel?
Yeah, no, I don't have one of them, but I have to try and sneak all my new stuff in because, she doesn't. She finds out I spend more money on it. Yeah.
Cramping your style. Good on you, Joel.
Joel.
Thank you. Mark's in Gwelup. Morning, Mark.
Oh, morning. Hi, how you
Hi,
going?
Merry
Good, Mark.
Christmas. Are you a Christmas tragic, Mark?
Yeah, very tragic. Our Christmas starts off on a domestic each year because I want to put everything up, and it's my son's eldest birthday at the end of November, so the wife won't let me. Until we've celebrated his birthday, I can't. So I've got Santa Claus waiting in the background and trains and Christmas trees and baubles and lights all ready to go. I have to wait until we celebrate his birthday, and then when I set up the tree, I put all sand dollars and pine cones and shells and things I've collected through the year, and then she reckons that looks like a bit of a junk corner, so she's taking stuff off and putting stuff on.
Oh, so you're going off.
Yeah.
It's a real tug of war there.
Yeah. Then I got a train set that I set up, and each day she looks after the grandson once a week, and when I come home, he's torn it apart. There's bits of train all over the house.
Does that upset you?
I have to put it... it's just a struggle. I mean... What can you do?
I know, because it is a toy, but it's like it's not really your toy, is it?
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, I don't give her a really
It's
good
Mark's
Christmas
toy.
present each year.
Yeah, it's the way to teach
pay the
him
price.
a lesson.
Yeah,
yeah.
That's it.
This is Nathan, Nat and Sean.
Good, how you doing?
Wonderful.
How are you little actress?
A little movie star.
You've got so many strings to your bow.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah, well, this is actually my original bow,
Yeah.
the acting world. People don't know that, but I think a lot of people think that my main talent is taking inappropriate, unflattering photos of myself, but
Yeah.
it's actually not.
Isn't it? I thought you were a comedy
Side hustle.
star first. Is that not true? I thought you did stand up.
No,
No,
All Saints
acting.
first, wasn't it?
Yeah, back in the day, a bit of drama school, and then into All Saints. Yeah, I know.
Oh, wait there.
Yeah.
I cannot even remember you being in All Saints.
That's always a compliment.
What,
Just so you
an,
know, that's
what
always
an impression
good to
you
hear.
made on
So,
Australia.
Were you a doctor
That's
or a nurse?
always my favourite thing to hear. You're on All Saints. How long for? 5 years? Really? I watch it every week. Never saw you. Brilliant. Thank you so much.
Oh,
So-
Celeste.
Then,
Doctor or nurse, Celeste? What were you?
Well, ambulance officer, then nurse.
Yes.
But then when I became nurse, 6 weeks later the show got cancelled.
Oh, okay,
So-
right. They really, that's the glass ceiling for
Celeste.
you.
Oh, here she
Yeah,
is.
there it is.
Yeah, the
I
ambulance.
just Googled pictures of you.
That's really
Oh, yeah.
my mum loved All Saints, and I remember at a funeral we actually went to, she was able to see all these casts from All Saints. Would you believe?
Sure.
And she was like introducing me to everyone. I don't
So-
know what she's going on about at a funeral.
At a very sad funeral, that
It
one
was.
too.
It
Yeah,
was a very sad
heartbreaking funeral.
We probably
Loved
met.
it. Loved All Saints. It was so fun.
It's a trip down memory lane, Celeste. Thank you.
Okay, well, let's talk about Seriously Red, though.
Yes.
I really connect with this genre of film because a while back, my mum and dad and we would watch this show called Song by Song, and it was on Foxtel, and it would feature a music artist and then go through all their song catalogue. And the one that
Okay.
we enjoyed the most was Dolly
Dolly
Parton.
Parton.
Yeah. Well, you got to love Dolly for this movie
So-
because there's a lot of her in there.
Yeah, so I knew when all the Dolly Parton songs were on it, Celeste, I know the backstory to each one of those songs. So I feel full cap on Dolly Parton.
Yeah, right. It's so great. All the music, like
Yeah.
the catalogue of music that we were able to use in the film is just amazing. That Dolly was on board the whole time. She gave us her blessing.
Did she?
It was so exciting. Yeah, and
Yeah.
like we opened the Brisbane International Comedy Festival with the film festival.
Yeah.
And she sent a little video package before we even played the film, just saying how much she loved it. It's so great.
I tell you
That's
what,
nice.
Dolly Parton, she
Excellent.
is more popular than ever. You know, she basically
She's the best.
funded the Moderna vaccine. Like,
Yep.
she can do no wrong, Dolly, can
It's
she?
amazing. And
Yeah.
I remember they wanted to put a statue of her up and
Yeah.
give her some huge honour during COVID. And she said, no, this isn't the time to honour anybody. This is time to get down and
She
help
buys
people.
books for school kids, all sorts
She's
of
the
things.
best.
She's amazing.
So for people that don't know what this film is actually about, it's about a girl that sort of has a life change, and she becomes she loves Dolly Parton, and she becomes a Dolly Parton impersonator.
and it delves into the dark world of impersonators.
The impersonator club, Celeste,
Something else.
it's actually a lot of fun to see all the different impersonators. There is one cameo in there that's actually really funny that we won't
Yes.
ruin for people. But who was your standout impersonators on set when you were filming?
They're all pretty amazing. I have to say I forget his name, but the guy who is the Elton John impersonator.
Oh,
He
yeah.
was
He
good.
looked
He looked
exactly
he
like
looks
him.
he looks more like Elton John than Elton John
Agreed.
looks like Elton John.
Yes.
He was incredible. Such a fun, colourful world. That's what's really fun about the film as well. How it just shows this whole other world of people just kind of living their true crazy selves through other people. and just like how fun it is just to be different and weird and a little off kilter. That's what I love the most about it when I read the script.
Well, I tell you
it
what's
really resonated with me.
A little weird is probably your name in the movie, your nickname that you've. It was a name, but you could give it a
Hang on,
nickname.
I related to this.
Yeah, I was thinking of you too.
Yes,
Nat.
because I've had one of these, Celeste.
Oh, that's gross.
Although mine didn't have teeth. Mine just had hair and sweat glands. So it's basically just an armpit.
Oh, yuck. Wow, that's full on.
Yeah. So we're talking about the cysts that have teeth in them. And that's
so
your
you're
character's
teeth.
one of those. Yeah.
Yes, that's exactly right. That's my character. That's I don't want to spoil it, but yes, that's why she's named what she is, which I thought was hilarious when I read that in the script.
Yeah.
I knew someone who had that when we were younger, then I stopped talking to her because I was freaked out.
So can you not talk
We
to me
did the same
anymore?
here in the studio, to be honest.
bit of fun.
Now we see that you are. Now we've you showed us an All Saints, but we didn't watch.
Yes.
That you can actually act. Are you going to be doing more of this or what?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Freaking everywhere at the moment. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you've got a TV series on the go too,
Yeah.
don't you?
Yeah.
Yes. Tell us about that.
Yeah, my Netflix TV show, Wellmania.
Oh,
So
that's
that's
right.
out next year.
Yes.
I started at the beginning of this year. So it was cool. After I got to do Seriously Red, then I had that, and then I went on my world tour that I just got back from. So it's been busy. It was nice to come back from the world tour, though, and go straight to the film festival
Yeah.
of Seriously Red to open that. That was fun.
So is that why you with Drew Barrymore the other day, Celeste?
Yes, because I was on tour in the States
Was that
with
fun?
my stand-up show, and then, I booked to go on and hang out with Drew for a bit, which was fun.
Does it
which
feel
was
like
crazy fun.
your life has just gone a bit mad?
Yeah.
It's always been pretty bananas, but
Yeah.
now people are just paying attention.
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
Yeah.
But no, I'm busy. I've been so busy this year. It's been quite stupid, really. So I'm actually thinking of ripping up my passport and just getting a job at Witchery.
So
It's great clothes.
It's great. Yeah, that's
stuff.
classy.
I
Coming into
love-
Christmas.
I'd be an
Good idea.
amazing
Yeah.
regional manager. Oh,
Yeah.
my God.
I reckon you would too.
So good.
I love
Yeah.
Drew Barrymore. Is she as great as what we think she would be?
Oh, yeah, she's the best. She's fabulous. I'm a big fan.
All right.
All right. Well, we're big fans of yours. Thank you so much for talking to us. We can check out your fine work in Seriously Red. Very cute little movie. Heaps of fun. Heaps of sing-along opportunities. Thanks, Celeste.
Excellent. Thanks so
Thanks,
much,
Celeste.
you guys.
Bye,
Take
bye.
care.
Have a nice day.
The Nathan, Nat and Sean podcast.
We're talking about when you're faced with danger.
Yes.
And you need to defend yourself.
Yeah.
Sometimes you just use what's at hand, like defending yourself against a dog attack with a bottle of Windex
Windex.
By the
and a
way,
fence post.
works, everybody.
Yeah.
Works. Dave's in Woodville. Hey, Dave.
Good morning, guys. Beautiful morning, isn't it?
Oh,
Dave.
Dave. It's great
Great
to be
assessment,
alive,
Dave.
isn't it? It's great
Great
to be
assessment.
alive.
It's good to hear you back on the mend as well, Nat.
Thank you so much, Dave.
Dave, give him the prize,
that's
Sean.
all right.
Give him
What
the
is-
Yeah,
prize.
Dave, you're box seating already.
I know.
What did you use, Dave?
Anyway, we're up at Exmouth and we're snorkeling on this reef, right?
Yeah.
And we're below this cliff. And basically, my mum was sitting up on top of this cliff looking down at us boys about to snorkel into this particular area. Now, what we didn't know was in front of us was it's only a black-tip reef shark, but it was about 6 foot long, this thing. It was quite big.
That's
and
big.
it's just backing up against this wall, right? She is screaming, all right? And anyway, so all we hear is sharks. So we started making our way over to this really shallow bit of reef below the cliff. Anyway, so the shark's getting closer and closer towards us now. And anyway, I'm about to get up onto this reef, and my brother, such a kook, has grabbed me
Yes.
and thrown me back into the water, like dragged me back into the water, and then jumped up onto the reef. Now I'm the last person out of the water.
Yes.
And I got out, and I turn around. This thing is like literally half a metre away from me.
Yeah.
I get one look at it in the eye, and it's just flicked its tail and gone. Like, you didn't see it.
Oh. So your brothers
Used
used
you.
you as the ultimate defence weapon.
Basically, yeah.
Yeah. I think
called you back
sacrificial.
into the
Sacrificial is the word that
That,
comes to
to
mind.
me, is what I think. It sounds terrible. I think, given the chance, most people would do.
Panic
Most
mode
brothers
on the
would
bloke.
do.
I still remind him of it,
So
Okay,
in
you do.
order, so this is great. We're learning to save
Yep.
yourself from a duck. Use a tomato plant to save yourself from a shark. We need Dave.
Yes. Or a brother. Yeah.
I think no, particularly Dave. I think it's just Dave. I would have at least tried to, flicked it with my towel, Sean.
Shark.
I don't know. Does that work?
I don't think he was swimming
Well,
around
not
with his tail, though.
On the edge of the water. Flick, flick, flick. Anyway.
Thank you,
that was
Dave. Ben's in Mandurah. Hello.
How you going?
Hey, good Ben.
Good, Benny. Okay, what did you use to defend yourself?
Well, I had to use an umbrella against a home invader.
Oh, okay, Mary
Opening up in his
Poppins.
face.
What happened?
Well, it was about 7 o'clock at night. We just finished dinner. My daughter had gone to her room, and I was just laying on the couch, and the window to the backyard, all of a sudden a foot come up on it,
Yeah.
like coming into the lounge room, and the window opened. This guy tried to jump
Oh,
in.
my God.
The closest thing next to the couch was an umbrella, so I started fighting with him, pushing him back out with the umbrella.
Yeah.
And he sort of cut back out. Next when he was out the front door, kicking the front door.
Oh.
He's managed to get it open, and he's got this like big sword in his hand.
Whoa.
And I've still only got this umbrella, so I'm still trying to push him back with the umbrella.
Yes.
But my daughter's noticed. She's called police. I managed to push him back and get the door jammed again, and then he's run off.
Okay, I need to know about the umbrella. Is it one of the little ones that pop out, or is it one of the ones with the curvy handle, so it's a longer umbrella?
And
No, it was
pointy
the
end.
Bunnings one.
A good
Bunnings
Bunnings
one.
one, so that would
Yeah,
you sort
pretty
of could,
dirty, pretty hard.
yeah, you could fence with that. Now, when you're pushing it out of the window and of the house, did you have the umbrella open like a
shield?
like a Captain America
Yep,
shield,
yep.
or was it closed
When
and
I
you
was
were
at the front
stabbing?
door, I was. Out the window, it was just shut. But as I got the front door,
You
I
opened
flicked
it.
it open. The blade kept coming in through the little gap.
Yeah.
Hey, Ben, that's amazing that he decided once you shut the window on him that he was going to take you on
Yeah.
the front door.
I know.
Well, he had
That's
a sword.
ridiculous. And secondly, we kind of talked amongst ourselves about this. The times that people try to break in your house. Because 7
Yeah,
o'clock
7
when you're on the couch,
7:30,
it's
that's-
too early.
No, fat cats.
I know, it's too early. And if someone disturbs you breaking in, that's when you run off. You don't go,
Yes.
no, hey, no.
And double down.
No, actually, it's before 8 o'clock. You let me in.
Bigger question though,
Here's my
Ben.
thought.
I hear it's very unlucky to open an umbrella inside. Have you
Ooh.
had bad luck since then?
No, I think this one was a lucky one.
Oh, okay.
Mate.
All right. Well,
That was great.
myth busted. Thanks.
Chances to the umbrella opening inside.
Mate, you know what? And it's amazing too, isn't it? With that umbrella opened up like a shield, that the guy didn't think just to stick the sword
Stab it
straight
with a
through
sword.
it.
Nathan, Nat, and Sean.
We like our stuff, and we want to keep
Yeah.
our stuff safe, and we don't want to damage it. And sometimes you have to make a decision on whether it is to put your body on the line in order to protect that stuff that we love.
And the thing is, it's often a split-second
Yes.
decision. So you go with instinct more than anything, and instinct is to destroy your body.
As everybody knows and everybody's seen, the person with 2 drinks in their hands always puts their body on the line.
Of
Always.
course,
They
you
never
can't
spill a
spill it,
drop.
Never.
especially these days. How much does that drink cost?
Yeah,
Good
that's
point,
true.
mate.
That's true. Dave in Mount Lawley. Hi, David.
Good morning, everyone. How are we?
David,
David.
great.
What happened?
Hey, Nate. How are you?
Yeah, good, buddy.
That's good. Hey, well, I was roasting coffee beans one night in Northbridge, right next to Connections nightclub.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I chose to do it whenever I liked, and I chose to do it when the shop was closed on purpose.
Oh, yeah.
And I was roasting beans overnight, and I needed something to eat. So I locked up, ordered some food from Chinatown, brought it back to realise it was the wrong food.
Yeah.
I rang back to get it replaced, and when I left to go and get it the second time, I actually locked myself out of the business, right? And so inside there was coffee roasting at over 450 degrees, right? A 6-foot brick wall with barbed wire all across the top.
Yes.
And right next to the car park at Connections nightclub, it was a Wednesday night, and I was just screaming out for any queens to come over and help me. Right? Without making it
Give us
sound
some high
like,
heels.
without
Do you
making
need
it
help,
sound
love?
like
Yes,
I was,
queen.
Yeah. I was like, I need an accomplice for this crime, you know. So just randomly, there happened to be a ladder. So we popped the ladder up. I actually climbed the ladder, stood on the top of the fence, and I've still got scars from the barbed wire from when I had to jump down 6 feet
Yes.
just to save the business and probably the whole of North Street.
David, body,
Not
that is
all-
body on the line.
Not all heroes wear
David,
capes.
They don't. They wear
And the
wigs.
Chinese food wasn't even that good in the end.
And what about the coffee? The coffee was amazing, am I right?
Coffee, hello. Well, that roast was a bit too overdone, but
I
yeah.
love it. David roasts coffee when he chooses
Yes,
to.
when he
That's what I
chooses
like
to.
about it. When
That's
it's
right.
his choice.
That's right.
That's it.
David, that is
Make that
so
coffee
funny.
your bitch, David. Thank you. Chelsea's in Golden Bay. Hello.
Hello.
Hi,
Hey,
Chels.
Chels.
Chels, what happened?
So a few years ago, I was working in a supermarket, in a shopping centre, and I was outside on my tea break, and I've seen this man come running out of the shopping centre, and along with a store manager from Coles and a couple of staff members, and they're screaming after him, like yelling for him to pick someone to stop him.
Yeah.
And I thought, oh my God, what's going on? So I sort of thought, I'll jump in and help save the day.
Oh, citizen's arrest.
And a few other people have jumped in, so this man tried to jump in his car, so the store manager was like, stop him, stand behind the car. So we were all standing behind this car, and he turned it on.
What?
And,
No, Chelsea, no.
The store manager has leapt into the car like a police officer and ripped him out and threw him on the floor and was yelling, citizens arrest, and in the end, a raw roast chicken from Coles rolled out from his jacket, and that's
all for a raw chicken.
Yep, so all that for saving a roast chicken from being stolen from Coles.
Imagine Chelsea. Okay, so stand in front of the car, right? He doesn't care. He runs over you guys, and then when you come to out of the coma 6 weeks later, you find out it was for a raw chicken.
I know. I just thought, really? I'm just throwing myself in front of this car for a roast chicken.
The chicken could have been cooked.
Yes, exactly.
You'd be a tad disappointed.
Amazing.
You're listening to Nathan, Nat and Sean.
Time to catch up with Mr. Cricket. I'm talking about Mike Hussey. You can see him on Fox Cricket, the only place to watch every ball of the upcoming Test series, available on Foxtel and KO Sports. Mr. Cricket, who led the English to the T20 victory the other day. Explain yourself, please, Mike.
Hello, Mr. Cricket.
Good morning, Sean, Nat, Nathan. Thanks for having me on. I hate to say it, but it was really a weird experience pulling on the shirt the first time, but they were a fantastic bunch of guys to work with. Really enjoyed the experience. Bit of an Aussie flavour in the coaching staff, which was good as well, but... you get invested pretty quickly. You know, when you get around a new team, you get in the nets and start working with them, and you meet them as players, and you see how hard they work. You sort of think, wow, these guys are pretty special.
It is treason, though.
Mike, I couldn't put on a West Coast jumper and feel comfortable with myself, and essentially,
what about if they paid you?
Well, of course I'd be there. What time?
I vaguely remember you giving me a hard time when I moved from the Scorchers to the Sydney Thunder, Sean. So I'm used to this from you. So no, it's easy now.
But so your career, Sean, you were just one club, and here, one radio station. You don't understand hopping around.
No, as you know, though, for a checkbook, I'm happy to go anywhere.
Nobody else is willing to pay him.
Do things.
But I'll tell you what, I'd sledge everyone else. Mike, there's been so much happening in cricket, and in particular, I know you would have been asked this a lot about Justin Langer and his tenure at the Australian cricket team and how they're viewed, the players that is, from more so a West Australian point of view in recent times.
Are we missing something? Because we know JL, and granted, we haven't been coached by him, but we just think that he's a really fair guy, and he is just all for open communication.
And that the results were on the board as well.
Results are on the board. Yeah. So what's your take on that?
Well, no, you're exactly right. He's a passionate guy. He's a very loyal guy, hardworking. He just loved that job so much. And, I think there's been a bit too much made of the big feud between him and Pat Cummins. I actually had a bit of a laugh yesterday. I was thinking about the first Test match and thinking of Pat Cummins opening the bowling for Australia from the Justin Langer stand there, and I wonder how that's going to go down with the crowd. But I actually think that knowing JL really well, he would be more upset if the Perth public didn't get behind the Australian cricket team, and if they gave him a hard time, I think that would hurt JL even more. So he as I said, he loves those players. Things could have been done differently and should have been done better. I get all that, but I just know he'll be supporting the Australian cricket team, unequivocally when it comes to the first Test in Perth.
I don't think it's the people not getting behind the Australian cricket team. I think it was more so Cricket Australia that people were like, do you think
about
like how can you disrespect him like that? I understand that there are leaks coming from the team or whatever, but you're the people that employ him.
Well, Mike, you're one of these guys. Whenever there was something said about Justin, and maybe when after he was cut loose by the Australian cricket team, as you're saying that, or Nick Hockley and the gang up there, Nath. All the old chestnuts and all the champions that we know, they were like, no way. I think you've lost the plot. Is that how you were seeing it?
Yeah, obviously we're all good mates with JL, and we've been on the journey with him for so long. I think we all can acknowledge it could have been handled a lot better than what it was. We weren't in the inner sanctum. I actually think Pat Cummins sort of summed it up pretty well. Like he sort of said, he respects all of JL's mates standing up for him, but we're not in the dressing room seeing what's happening day in, day out. And Paddy Cummins was out there sticking up for his mate. So I sort of understood that. And look, again, I think it's been blown up a lot more than what it should. I think there's a real respect there from the players towards JL. And look, talking to a lot of them, that they loved the work that he did with the Australian team. That obviously it felt like that they thought, okay, now it's time to move on to the next sort of phase, and that's the way it sort of played out. As I said, I think Cricket Australia could have handled that a little bit better, but they didn't, and so it sort of lingered on a bit longer than what it should. But honestly, I think JL summed it up really well. I think he spoke last night, and he wanted to sort of dispel any sort of rumours or thoughts or innuendo that there was a big rift between him and Pat Cummins in particular. And as I said, that's why I know he'll be hoping the team does well this week.
Yeah. Okay.
So on that, I mean, the team didn't do so well at the World Cup, didn't make the semi-finals, crashed up. The game against New Zealand was so awful, we don't even know where to begin. So what's happened to the culture of the team since JL? Why are they where they at now?
Well, again, I honestly don't think there should be any panic, for Australian fans out there. Obviously, I was in with the England camp, and we respected the Australian team so highly that there's so many match winners down the list there. And when Australia were knocked out of the tournament, I can honestly assure you England were pretty relieved, because if Australia had made the semi-finals with the quality they've got in their team, that they would have been really dangerous. In T20 cricket, it's so volatile. It's literally like a bounce of the ball this way or a bounce of the ball that way. I know some of the fans are disappointed with the results, but when you lose that first game by so much, it's pretty hard to sort of peg your way back, especially when there's a bit of rain around. Like, for example, England were meant to play Australia at the MCG and the game got washed out. Whoever won that game would have gone through to the semi-finals. So England go on and win the tournament, but it's honestly the finest of margins in this tournament.
Hey, Mike, just changing tack for a second. The other day we spoke to Gilly, and he was talking about... We mentioned to Gilly because Ricky Ponting's coming over, as you would know, for this test. And so Ricky was given all the bottle of Grangers when he retired, and Gilly had him at his house. You would have been a part of that era. So
Gilly got a clock, though.
Yeah. Gilly got a clock. So when you... It's not quite,
doesn't seem
apples and
equitable,
Yeah, it
does
doesn't. So when you retired, and you were the greatest we've had, the greatest we've had for Australia, what did you get from Cricket Australia?
Well, funny enough, I got a coffee table, a glass coffee table, with a little place to put my baggy green in, and I actually was given 4 bottles of wine. Well, they said, look, we haven't got the wine just yet. We'll send it to you when we sort of get it. Yeah. And it's actually still empty. I still haven't received my 4 bottles of wine. I'm just hanging on to my little wooden coffee table. But it doesn't. You don't retire to receive gifts like that. It's not what it's all about. It's more about the journey and the great mates and camaraderie.
Sorry. Not in a million years. We are here for gifts. Mike, can you explain the coffee table to me? Because I've never heard anyone receive... I don't even think you buy someone a gift as a coffee table, let alone being a thank you and end of a career gift. So explain it to us. What?
Well, it was handmade, sort of, I don't know, it's not that big. It's about a sort of metre tall by about half a metre high.
Yes.
And it's got a wooden sort of, border, and it's got a glass top. And you can lift the glass top off, and there's a place there for my baggy green, a nice photo
so you can display
family,
things
and then a place, and a place for 4 bottles of wine. But unfortunately, the wine hasn't arrived just yet.
So it's like a gift box.
Yes, that's
but
empty.
in the form of a coffee table. So where is it now?
It sits in my study at the moment. My baggy green's sitting proudly in there. Yes. But yeah, that's about it.
What bottles of wine? What bottles of wine were you due?
Get down to Dan Murphy's and fill it up.
Yeah, we'll do that for you.
The problem was Ricky Ponting retired just before me, and he got a bottle of Grange for every 100 he scored. And I think he scored like 40 hundreds.
Yeah, he did.
So I don't think there was any Grange left in the country. So I was promised 4 bottles of Grange, one for each of my children.
Yep.
But yeah, as I said,
how many centuries did you hit?
It's still percolating.
How many centuries did you hit?
Who, me?
Yeah.
19.
Well, you should be getting 19 bottles.
Yeah.
Oh, that's what I thought too. That's what I thought.
So you can't go to give one guy a bottle
you
for
kidding me,
every
though?
century
No,
and then
hang
you
on,
a
hang
bottle
on,
for
hang on.
every
Wait,
He
year.
got a coffee table as well.
And-
Coffee table, baggy green inside, and I reckon all Mike needs is a bag of goon.
And look, Ricky Pontier, he's in a different level to me altogether. He played like
mate,
150
hold on,
tests,
hold on.
captain
Yeah,
Australia,
so he gets
World
40
Cup
bottles
winner,
and you get
know,
19.
Mate, your average is
I
unbelievable.
should be just happy. I'm
Yeah.
just happy that I got to play with him.
No.
Mike, you had an
Yeah.
average like Don Bradman there for most of your career.
Yeah.
Anyway, we're right behind you.
Yeah.
Love you, even when
Yeah.
you're representing the opposition.
Yeah. At least 19 cans of wide mouth tinny of
That's
X-Talk.
right.
Yeah, that'd be all
19
right.
White
That'd be
Claw.
all right.
Well, you can watch Mike Hussey, by the way, on Fox Cricket, as I said earlier on. It'll be on Foxtel and KO. The Test series against the West Indies kicks off very shortly next week, in fact, here at Optus. So get behind the Australian team. Mike, thanks very much for your time. Really appreciate it, mate.
No worries, guys. Thanks for having me on. Have a good day.
See you, buddy.
Legend, buddy.
Nathan, Nat and Sean in podcast form.
Right now, we've been talking to people that are saying that they might have been the wrong size for a particular job.
I've been enjoying these stories. Damon's in Carama. Good morning, Damon.
Morning.
Hey, Damon. All right, what was for the job and what was wrong with the size?
So I went up to work on a mine site, and one of the jobs I had to do was go into the kitchen to assist,
Yep.
but not as a cook or anything, just to clean in the back and, put everything away.
Yeah.
Problem was, when I first got up there, they'd only just taken over. So they didn't have many outfits that were, ready for all this. So they tried to give me an outfit that would fit correctly, and I'm not a big man. I'm nothing. I weigh about 67 kilos. That's it.
Yep.
So for chefs, you're looking 2XL and above.
And so you were swimming in an outfit they'd given to you, Damon. You're trying to do your job.
No, they decided it would be better if they gave me a female chef jacket. So that it would fit more snugly.
A bit more tailored to your size, Damon.
Yeah, it didn't fit.
Oh, no. Did it flare out at the hips?
It was a little bit too snug.
Oh, no. So either you're going to have way too big or way too small, and they chose way too small for you.
And they chose way too small.
shame.
Yep.
Oh, Damo.
Well,
So
you know
how
what?
long did you have to wear that for?
About 2 weeks before they actually got me something that fit.
Oh, God.
No.
Damon.
Very uncomfortable job there for you.
Oh,
But a good laugh for us, Trace.
It is a sad day when they
Sorry,
look at you and you go,
David.
the only thing we can put you in is ladies.
I know. Here's a lady's gown for you.
Oh, thanks, buddy. Shelley's in Craigie. Hi, Shelley.
Good morning.
Hey, Shell. Talking about being the wrong size for a particular job. What happened?
Yeah, so when I was in my 20s, I used to work part-time at a men's formal wear shop where people come in to hire suits for their wedding or, their school ball or what have you. And I'm not huge. I'm about 6 or 5'3", maybe.
Yep.
But it wasn't so much my height that was the problem. It was my arm span. So essentially we get some guys coming in and, you get all shapes and sizes because some of them wouldn't fit into kind of regular retail size suits.
Yep.
So when you had to kind of measure their waist and their chest and their leg length, I'd have to literally excuse myself and say, I'm sorry, I need to give you a big cuddle here because I couldn't get my arms around their waist.
Shelley, did you have little?
To measure their trousers.
Do you have little T-Rex arms? Did you?
I didn't. I don't think so, but maybe I do. And so it's perhaps just a little bit more intimate than your regular suit fitting.
How many belly buttons did you rub your face up against?
Too many. But yeah, so they were all very, very lovely about it. But you
They
kind
would
of
have
have to.
loved a cuddle, I'm sure, Shelley.
Yeah, and a little flick of the wrist to get the measuring tape from one arm to the next, and really hope you get it the first time.
yes,
'cause,
right.
yeah,
Poor thing.
Shelley
it was not easy.
Shelley at several weddings was worn as a cummerbund. It was quite weird. They actually hired her within
Yeah.
the suit.
Yep. Hey, look, it's all part of the service. Yep.
Well done,
Yep.
Shelley. Well
Oh,
done.
thanks, honey. Let's finish off with Nikki in South Perth. Hey, Nikki.
Hello, how are you?
Good,
Nikki.
Nikki.
What happened?
So I'm a radiographer, so I work with like X-rays and CTs and all the medical imaging side of things.
Yeah.
When I was on my very last day of work before going on mat leave, so I was probably about 8 months pregnant.
Yeah.
We were in one of our operating areas, and we have to wear protective lead, to shield from the X-rays.
Yep.
So it's quite like a heavy skirt and vest. I had to go into where we were doing the procedure, so it's a big sterile environment. You can't touch anything. And my X-ray machine was playing up, and where I need to fix it is down on the ground.
Yes.
So I've gone down on the ground to try to fix my machine, and I'm so pregnant and the lead is so heavy that I have gotten stuck on the ground. And I have not been able to get up. They had to stop the whole procedure for this patient.
Because you're pinned to the ground.
They literally can't do it without the X-ray to see what they're doing. So they've had to stop while a nurse has had to come in, lift me off the ground. I was like a beached whale. It was super embarrassing.
So, wait then, Nikki, if no one had been in that room, were you going to get up? Were you going to be able to get
I
up?
was just rolling around on the ground, just like a dead fish.
Oh,
it was it was mortifying.
Oh,
So Nikki ended up becoming the patient. Of
Yeah,
the day.
I know.
Poor thing.
I had a heart attack from sheer embarrassment. on the
that
table.
is brilliant.
This is a podcast of Nathan, Nat and Sean.
That's right, everybody. The ocean is 100% funnier.
When we spoke to
And
Dave.
sexier.
Yeah, and sexier, of course. Dave Callan, when we first heard that you were heading off to do the cruise ship circuit, we were just so intrigued. Now, tell us where you are right now then, Dave.
Right now, I'm in the exotic locale of Brisbane Harbour.
Oh,
Brisbane
tell
Harbour.
me more. What are
Brisbane.
what are their laws like over there in Brisbane?
But I'm missing you all. I'm missing Perth very much. I'm shedding a tear. I wish I could be with you all to be ringing in the new year or whatever you're doing today. I might be getting ahead of myself. It's probably not that late in the year yet.
You-
I
you've
mean,
even lost it.
the date's the same
Yeah.
here and in Brisbane. Just so you know.
I'm having a great time here. I'm basically a cross between Aquaman and Billy Connolly. That's my job.
Yeah, nice.
Okay, so we know you're doing... how often are you doing your show, Dave, and how long have you been at sea for?
I feel bad because I'm only doing 2 gigs every 10 days.
That's insane.
Are you
That is
exhausted?
insane.
Oh, for me, I'm living the life. I've been on since November 1st, and so there's a lot of downtime. I've been adopted by a rock and roll band.
Oh, tell me more. What are they called?
Have you heard of America? It's this whole fancy place. You can't go there by bus. You have to catch an airplane and everything, or a cruise ship. They're called Back in the Day. They play 80s cock rock and hair metal covers.
Amazing.
Nathan's looking at
I mean, and this is you all over, really, isn't it, Dave?
Oh, I've totally found my tribe, Nathan. It's they all look like me. In fact, I keep getting mistaken for the lead singer. He's my doppelganger, as the French would say.
Yes.
And I keep having to ask, guests come up and ask me questions about Bon Jovi, and I've got no idea how to talk about it.
You just say you're halfway
I'm like,
there.
Bon Jovi,
Yeah, just go and ask Richie Sambora. He'll be able to answer that question.
So, who's your best ship friend? Is it one of the Back in the Day boys?
Yeah, definitely one of the Back in the Day boys. And there's a juggler called Buster. He's become a good mate.
Yes.
Yeah, Buster the juggler. And also, there's a Scottish piano bar lady.
Yes.
And she's very funny. She's you know the way people don't sing in an accent?
Yeah.
This girl is so Scottish. She does. She's like, she met Marmalade down in old New Orleans.
You're right, people don't sing in accent.
Unmistakable.
What's her name? What's her name?
Her name's Jennifer Hart.
Okay, is she single? Because
Yeah.
I don't know.
We've
Dave?
seen the
Are
Love
you
Boat. We
asking?
know what happens.
Is she single? What's
What?
going on?
Oh, I don't know. I can find out from her if you want. I can update you on the next installment.
Sure.
Okay.
I'll find out.
I just want you to
Hey,
find
yeah.
love.
Yeah, we're very invested.
Well, Dave, I think last time we spoke to you, because you knew you had some downtime, you're thinking about getting super buffed. Is that how things are paying out?
Oh, that was the theory, wasn't it? So basically, they have 7 buffets.
Right.
Yeah.
So he's
And
getting
only
buff. He's getting
Yeah,
buffet.
buffet.
So I've tried all of them once, and then I just stuck with the buffets.
Yeah.
Oh,
Now,
7 buffets.
Talk to us about your living arrangements. Where do you sleep? Do you get a fancy cabin, or do you have to share with a juggler or something?
there's a submarine following the boat, and I have to swim down at the end of the night because there's not enough room. No, I got my own cabin, which is lovely. Yeah.
Yes. Does it have a
and
window?
It has a porthole.
Ooh.
A porthole?
Yeah.
Oh, you got a porthole?
You have a shower and toilet and stuff in there?
So what's that? Do I what?
Shower? Is there a shower and toilet in there? Bathroom facilities?
There is a shower. Yes, the shower is very tiny in the cabin. Like if I bend over, I basically put my arse through the wall, and it just appears in the next door neighbor's cabin.
Yeah, that's their porthole.
Yes.
Hey, Dave, you got. I'm guessing you got like a mini fridge in your room, and I'm wondering. So when you're hitting the buffets, are you taking a little bit of a plate back to the room as well for snacks later on? How does one actually live on a cruise boat?
How do you know me so well? That is exactly what I do.
Yes.
So oh yeah, hang on. Oh yeah. Say again. Yes, that's right. Yeah, yep. Oh, I just got a quick question there from a security guard.
Oh, what do you want to know? What do you want to know?
He wanted to know if I'm a contractor, which I am.
Oh,
yeah.
So I was just interrogated.
Tell him that you're friends with the juggler.
Live on national radio. What, say again. What?
I'm friends with the juggler. So I'm friends with the juggler.
That's always a get out of jail free
I was
card.
going to say, that's right.
Show him your porthole.
Hey, Dave.
Yes.
I was going to say, the show's going well. I mean, you're only doing a couple, as you said, every now and then. So are you just full of energy, coming just out firing?
Because I know what your concern was. Your concern was that if you have a terrible show, you've then got to see the people around for the next week. So, you want it to go well, right?
Yeah, it's interesting the way they work. So basically what they've been doing is, with a new comedian, they put them on the very last night.
Ah, good. So you don't have to do anything until the last night?
Let's say again?
You don't do anything until the last night of the cruise?
Yeah, that's the way it's been so far. But now that they know I'm actually good, they're giving me more jobs.
Oh!
So now they're going to be putting me on twice or three times a week.
No.
But they go handy on you, first of all, because they're going, is this guy actually funny?
Yeah, okay.
Is he going to stink the place up? Is he going to be shunned and a leper at the buffet?
Yes, yeah. All right. So, Dave, talk to me about a day in the life of Dave on the seas. So we wake up. So we wake up. What's next?
Yeah. I wake up at like the crack of midday.
Yeah.
Then straight to the buffet.
Yes.
And then I walk past the gym and I kind of look at it a bit.
Oh, well, that's all you need.
And then I go back to my cabin.
Yeah.
Then I play golf on PlayStation with the rock band. It's rock and roll.
And are you mingling with the passengers or hanging out more with the other contractors and crew?
I'm kind of splitting my time between both because I find the passengers fascinating. They ask the most stupidest questions. I got to share some of these questions they ask. Like, one guy rang up guest services and he goes, my microwave in my room doesn't work. They're like, sir, you don't have a microwave. That's a safe. They get asked this one all the time. Like, non-stop, they get asked, does the boat run on its own power supply? Well, what does that even mean? No, there's an extension cable going back to the opera house.
Anything else?
What else?
They got asked this one time in the spa department got asked, how small does your face have to be for a mini facial? Man, I can't get on. I think people get on a cruise ship, they just switch their brain off.
Yeah, clearly.
So, Dave, you sound like you're having fun. Can you be extending your time?
Say again?
Would you extend your time or you'd do this again?
Oh, yeah, they're looking at extending it throughout February, so I might stay on a wee bit longer. It's actually quite fun. I didn't think I'd like cruise ships before I got booked for one, but now that I have, there's something for everyone. Royal Caribbean are fantastic, so I've been having a ball, yeah?
Yeah, cool.
And are you getting off at destinations and having a look around, or are you just staying on the ship the whole time?
Sometimes I stay on the ship because you get to stretch out and use all the facilities when there's no guests on board, but we've been going to some great destinations, like I'm going to jump off in Vanuatu next week, and there's Noumea, which is in French Caledonia.
Yes.
So that's a lovely spot as well. So it's nice to get off and, have a look at some other places and so on. Places that aren't Armadale, WA, where Mum and Dad live.
Yeah.
Dave, what I require from you is that text me some photos of you with your friends. I want to see you with your band friends. I want to see you with your piano lady friend.
And the juggler. Don't forget Buster, the juggler.
I want to see you with the juggler.
You'll love it. I'll make sure I'll get a few photos. I'll send you a collage.
Thank you.
Now, look, we've been concerned. Are you okay? Is everything? So everything's okay? You good?
Oh yeah, everything's great. Yeah, I'm having a great old time.
Oh,
yeah.
All right.
Dave Callan of the
sounds
High
good.
Seas.
Yeah.
Is it going to get you on the... we've talked about this
On the
cruising
cruise?
thing, Nate.
Mum and Dad, once they found out that Dave was on this ship, were like, we need
can
to
go.
find out where it's going, where it's pulling in, and we could possibly go and spend Christmas time with
And then
with
just heckle Dave
on
the whole
seas.
time.
Oh, that'd be great. You should. I'll send you some screenshots of the price list.
Oh.
There's some great, there's some great options. Yeah.
Well, that's fine. That's
listen
fine.
to you. There's
Yeah,
some
you
great
know what?
options.
It'll be so great.
Great
And I'll get on
packages.
there. I'll get on there, and I'll steal all of his friends away from him.
That's
Yes, it'd be great.
That'll be
to
the
jump with
Nathan
you
and Buster show.
Yeah, Nathan and Buster, Nathan with the band.
That'd be great. We'll do an OB.
Yes.
Yeah,
Oh,
for 10 days.
Love your work, Dave.
Thanks, Dave.
Stay
Love
safe.
yours.
Keep enjoying
So
it.
good to talk to you.
Okay.
Yeah, you too.
So funny.
Nathan, Nat and Sean podcast.
Our friend Dave Callan is doing a comedy tour on a cruise liner.
A series of cruises, in fact. Yeah.
And he does he originally was going to do one performance every 10 days, but now they've seen he's good, so he's doing a few more. Unbelievable. We want to
Come on,
know
guys.
if you've
Come on.
actually
Let's
worked
take
on
this show.
a cruise ship and what life was
Oh, a
like.
cruise
and
ship
what
radio
you did.
show.
Yes.
Yes, cruise ship radio
The
show.
boat that rocks.
Joe, hello.
Hey, how you going?
Hey, Joe.
Have you lived the cruise ship life, Joe?
I have. I worked on Regency Cruises in the Caribbean for 6 months.
Yes.
And I worked in a casino. And the casino can't open unless you're 3 miles offshore.
Yes.
So we docked 6 days a week. So I had 6 days off, did one sail day, and just worked a few hours every night. It was absolutely fantastic.
And that was
Tell
it.
you cards.
Joe, how good. 6
So what did
days.
you do the rest of the time? What did you do in your downtime?
Oh, I went to the beach. You had a different island every day. So St. Thomas, San Juan,
Amazing.
Martinique. A few of the different places. St. Kitts. Yeah, quite a few places that we kind of went to and just travel around. And
Are they like
Yeah, just have a good time.
Rottnest, so to speak, in the beautiful waters? Or are they better? Can it be better?
Totally fantastic. Yeah, absolutely
Yeah.
beautiful.
Hey, Joe, what you're in the
Yeah.
casino, what station, what game were you in charge of?
Okay, so I actually did all the wages and I did the cashier. So it was like all the Americans, the New Yorkers coming up, going, give me dollars, give me quarters, all that kind of stuff.
And would they tip you? Were they allowed to tip you in the casino?
Not really, no, because it was all about, it was kind of like when the ship finally got the three kilometers out, it was like they were at the door, knocking on the door, like, get us in, get them in.
Wow.
Because I didn't know if someone had like a really great time on the blackjack table or whatever, that they'd just flip you like one.
I think so. Yeah, totally.
Yeah, take a chip, take a chip.
Yeah, no, because they spend it on drinks,
Yeah.
But like they were the same. Like Dave said, they asked stupid questions. Like one of them was, hey, can I get an elevator across the ship?
Like a sideways moving elevator.
Yeah, not going to happen.
I mean, how lazy are they?
An elevator
That's
going
amazing.
across the side of this.
Thanks, Joe. Adam, hello.
G'day, how you going, guys?
Hi, Adam.
Have you done the cruise ship thing too, Adam?
I sure have. That was quite an experience. I used to call... we worked on a ship called Paradise. It was the world's first non-smoking ship. And unfortunately, I was a bartender.
Yes.
So if you can imagine, everybody who doesn't smoke is a health freak, so they don't drink.
So tips weren't that
make
good, eh?
you make all your cash. Because bartenders, you get a base wage, very minimal,
Yeah.
and then you make all your money on tips.
Oh, no.
So nobody drinking, nobody's spending.
Yes.
And I'm not making money. So.
Oh, mate.
So how quiet was it at the bars, though, Adam, that you were working at? Was it just like a ghost?
It was pretty busy behind the scenes. We were drinking all the dregs and stuff to keep ourselves entertained.
Yes.
But it was pretty quiet. Yeah. I found the problem too with the cruise ships is there's 3 levels of staffing.
Yeah.
There is there's a crew which is made up of about 90% of the people on board, the staff on board, and they're not allowed to go anywhere when you're not working. So when you're not working, you have to stay in your crew quarters, which is a tiny little prison cell sort of thing.
Yeah.
Or you can go to the crew mess, or you go to the crew bar.
No.
and that made up of that was bartenders, cleaners, cabin stewards, all the sort of the bottom of the run people. We're doing that.
Yeah.
And then if you were a staff, that would be people that are the entertainers, the casino staff, like the lady said, et cetera, those sort of level people. They could go into guest areas with their name badge on.
Yeah.
And then the top level staff was the captains and all the white collar guys.
Yep.
And they could go wherever they want, with whoever they want, and do whatever they want, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Adam, so you were basically in a floating prison.
You were the scum of the earth.
Yeah,
them.
yeah, you know the Titanic when they're sinking and the people are trying to get through the gate.
Yeah.
That was us.
That was
Let us out! I couldn't wait to get off the cruise ship, to tell you the truth. It was prisons in paradise, I call it.
Yeah, that's great.
Nathan, Nat and Sean is a Nova podcast. For more great comedy shows like this, head to novapodcasts.com.au.